Here we go. Hey, good afternoon, LinkedIn. Dave Wilson, Results Staffing. We'll be right back after this commercial. Love it. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Dave Wilson, Results Staffing. Hey, listen, wanted to talk to you about a couple things. First of all, I always like to talk about the jobs that we have. And I've placed on here before software developer that's in New Orleans, and that is 100% remote. So if anybody wants to send, I'll put the link on here, www.resultstaff.com. You can apply or send me your resume at david@resultstaff.com, and that's on the feed. Also, a software architect. That's a senior position. There, you're talking the same thing, New Orleans area, but 100% remote. So that's one of the great perks of that if you're trying to look into that industry there. So that requires you to do a video resume or talent assessment screening, and that I will send to you once you go ahead and apply. I did post it on LinkedIn, so you'll see it. Another thing, sorry, my voice today is shot, is HVAC positions in Emmaus, Allentown, anywhere in the Lehigh Valley. Listen, I've told you before, I know what you're worth. So if you're not working or if you're not happy, I told you, if you're not happy, reach out to me and I'll really try to help you find that new position. Another thing I like to introduce is, I've partnered up with a company called MVP Staffing. They're brand new in the Lehigh Valley. Listen, teamwork together, you're going to win. They're new, I'm new, and we're trying to fill some orders. And what I like about that is I have Maria today here over the office from MVP Staffing, and we're working on forklift positions, machine operators in Emmaus, Pennsylvania. And what I like about machine operators is it's so different than working in a warehouse. So if you have any kind of a skill that you like to learn on some of the machines here, you'll learn a skill. Let me just say it that way. Also, material handlers, we just picked up a new shift. This isn't bad. I mean, if you don't like, it's wintertime, so it's material handlers Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, $19.50 an hour. So 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And these are some of the other jobs I have over in Fogelsville, packaging technicians. That's another one. Fogelsville area, Kutztown, Allentown, and Brenningsville. So also, I wanted to talk to you real quick. I'm not allowed to say the names of the companies on social media here. And if you really think about it, I just strongly recommend going into your HR department. And I'm just saying from educating point is you really need to get out there, and I should be able to say from this company. I should be able to say, hey, I have this job application because I've done it prior, like say DSC Logistics, Crayola, Tesla. And the reason it's important to do that is because then the candidates know where you're working. And it'll be, if I was to say, let's just say Coca-Cola and Pepsi, right? And I was able to say that we had those both jobs opening. Wouldn't it be nice to say that versus, hey, I have two openings right now with a company in the Lehigh Valley paying $19 an hour, do a drug screen, show up, that's it. What are you going to tell your wife when you get home? Where are you working? I don't know. Do you see what I mean? So really sit back. If a company asks you, a staffing company, I personally would like to say their names, but I do as I told. I'm do as I told. So if I can't say it, it just sounds a lot better that you're hiring for the company, because if you have a great company that your people want to get in there, let me tell you, it really opens the door up for these jobs. Um, and I've always said that about the job postings and live videos. Go out to the companies right now with your cell phone in a staffing agency, stand outside the place and sit there and say, hey, this is an example that I use for Nestle Waters. Chris, you're going to get a shout out. Excuse me. So I'd be like standing out there and saying, hey, this is Dave Wilson, Results Staffing and Social Media. Listen, I'm over here at Nestle Waters in Brenningsville. It pays $23 an hour for a forklift driver. It's full-time. It's not with a staffing company. Benefits, we all need water. We drink. If you're only making $12 down the street, come on with us. That's a prime example of what I would be doing, and it would be live. So think about that. If you're trying to get your message out to the candidates down the street, that look at the pay rate, and it's a full-time job. So then those candidates will reach out to you. So it's important that I wanted to talk to you about selling the job, not just, you get tired, the same thing, $19 an hour, come on down, steel-toed shoes, background check. Switch it around a little bit. The first paragraph, explain what the job is. Let's just say I like using Coke and Pepsi, or Amazon. Amazon does a great job on all their commercials, and they show you what they're doing. But people want to hear other things besides just the hourly rate, because if you offer great medical benefits, right, I would say, hey, we offer Blue Cross Blue Shield family coverage, okay? Perks. We give free lunches on Fridays, let's just say. We have incentive bonuses for safety, for selling a lot of the product if you're in sales or whatever you do there is. But give the benefits, then bring yourself into the job. Sell the job to the candidate, because that's just so drawn out, the same thing over and over and over when you go to these job sites. Put a video up. Make a video of walking around to your plant, right? You can hire somebody, or that's what these great iPhones are for. Go around, take short clips of the job. That's it. Give them to the staffing company. All right. This way, we can show candidates what they'll be doing. Because years ago, I've always wanted to say that years ago in staffing, we always toured candidates first. So think about it. You brought 15 people in, right? We'd walk around. I'd give them a tour. This is what you'll be doing. This is here, deer, trucks, unloading and all that. Then as we went back, I'd pull them in the cafeteria at the companies, and I'd say, okay, is there anybody here, just be honest with me, that this job is not for them? So out of the 15, maybe 4 would raise their hand and say, Dave, it's not for us. I'd be like, okay, let's see if we can find you something different. Well, by doing that, you didn't just promise the client, oh yeah, I got 15 people coming Monday and 4 don't show. I'd rather tell a client their truth and say I got 14 people coming than 19. I understand everybody gets anxious and you really want to impress that client. But there's reality. Sometimes the HR directors, it backfires on you. So I'd rather say, when somebody comes to me on a Friday even and says, hey, we need 12 people on the weekend, listen, I'm going to sit there and say, I'll do everything I can, but I can't promise. It's last minute, it's 2:00, it's on a Friday. That's the way staffing is, but you can't do that. You can't expect. Now, when you got 5 or 6 staffing agencies, you got problems. I'm just being honest with you, because you can't fill the jobs that you have. And then when I see bonuses, I saw yesterday bonuses of up to $1,000, plus win a television. Come on out and get a free $10 gift card for gas. Drive-throughs, right? They give you food, swag, whatever that is. I have no clue, but they'll give you swag products. So if you would take some of that money, that $1,000, first of all, you're not going to pay them $1,000. I can tell you that. That's a total lie. what they're going to do is when the company says up to 1,000, you better ask them first, because it probably say if you miss 5 minutes of work, you're out. Check into that before you agree to that. Or some of the companies are from 14 to 28. I've said it before, that's wrong. Put what your job rates pay, because if you think that's going to get somebody to come aboard, it doesn't work, because they're going to come in there and say, you said, hey, I was going to make $20 some an hour. Well, you got to be here for 6 months first. You get my point? Be honest about the job. Don't sugarcoat it. Put the benefits of the job first, then put the hourly rate. Get that person interested, because especially if you're flexible with the shifts, right? Because of everything coming around. Because I mean, COVID, I'm in my opinion, we're going to be going to round 2. I have a round 2, and we're already preparing what we're going to do this time differently from the first one. Because if you don't know how to get a candidate from point A all the way through the hiring process without even seeing the person, besides doing the videos and getting them on there, something's wrong. Because you can even do the drug screening over a video. You can do hiring, the background for the IDs. You can do that if you really have to. So think about it. If you're not preparing for round 2, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you need to make sure. So at results, we can take you from point A, start to finish. All right. And then also working with MVP staffing, they're the same way, start to finish. And when you work together, you'll succeed. One more thing. Look at this. I'm live and I'm trying to look through my notes. Oh, ads. I'm sorry. Really, when you post a job on social media, wherever you're doing, is try to find something engagement, and then you're going to get more people to look at it. If you're not boosting, I've said this numerous times, if you're not boosting your ads, if you're just putting them on there, and the only way you're going to get traction is if you share 20 different pages, the organic reach is horrible. I told Facebook I'm sick of it. I just tell you the truth. It's horrible. The videos are the way to go, because you're only getting 3 to 4 organic reach. So if you put $25 down and you really try to find an expert that knows what they're doing, listen, you give me $1,000 that you're going to give somebody. I've never spent $1,000. I think I just spent $1,200 for the whole year for advertising on social media. You take that $1,000, let me tell you, to get your message out, man, I'll tell you what, you can target Amazon, Walmart, all the big companies. Not Amazon really, because I like Prime, but you can go into those companies and take those people out. Because my last thing here is, I always like to say, is what I've learned is make them feel the pain, but show a solution. So you could take like a picture I said last night, say like if I'm hiring for a nurse or something, and you show a picture of a nurse, with her hands on her head, sitting on the floor and stressed out, right? But then the next image after that is you're going to have the solution, and you're going to show a happy person. And let's just say it like that, because you've done this. You've changed a new process to show them the pain and then show them the gain of what you can do. So if that makes sense. So pain, solution. All right. So I want to thank everybody. I'll be back tonight. We got 2 shows later on tonight and some special guests. Talk to everybody soon.